A show that tackles the big issues affecting the BVI and the rest of the Caribbean. Searches for answers to today's big questions and gives viewers a unique perspective on developing stories. Follow the big story with me, Kathy Richards, only on JTV. This show is brought to you by the National Bank of the Virgin Islands, Cyril B. Ramney Tertola Pier Park, NV Salon Spa Nail and Barbershop, the Wellness Center, Medical and Behavioral Health Clinics, Ticely Cross Deliciously Smooth Cider, HOV Medical, and Digicel. Sign up for Digicel Plus Home Light Bundles, faster internet, movies, and sports.
Wait, what today, girl?
I want anything, just give me anything.
Anything you say no. Here what I had today. I had the DL4 Plus and I have A24 Galaxy. A24.
Yep.
Before we go further, every Friday make sure and be here between 2 to 5 p.m. We are happy hour. Don't forget to come. Yeah?
Welcome to this edition of The Big Story. I'm Kathy Richards. I want to thank you so much for joining us. Well, it's close to that date when the schools will be out for the holiday season. Many children are going to be home while parents still have to be at work. What do we do? I know some parents look forward to activities that will keep their kids engaged while they are out at work and the kids are left at home. So to talk about one initiative, I have with me my guest for today, Mr. Ephraim Penn, president of the BVI Olympics Association. Welcome to The Big Story.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here. Always a pleasure.
And before we dig into how we're going to save some parents and answer some calls, I want to wish you seasoned greetings from us here at JTV Jahphix.
Thank you very much, and I wish that to all the general public out there and everyone involved that have a blessed and joyous season.
Okay. How has things been going with the Olympic Association?
Well, with the Olympic Committee has been very active. We had a very active year this year. In fact, tonight is our AGM, our Annual General Assembly, where we meet with all the national federations to give an overview of what happened during the year and for them to tell us what they did during the year and for us to plan for the future. As you know, next year is going to be the Olympics, so we have a lot of things to look forward to. But before we get there, we have to still keep kids involved and keep programs going that we find future Olympians through sports.
So this holiday season, like you would have done, I know there would have been many other initiatives in the past, but you guys are teaming up with, I think it's Mr. McLean of
Yes.
Seacoast Bay to do a really, really well-needed program. Tell me about it.
Well, you know, Mr. McLean has always been there for us and for the community, not just Seacoast Bay, but the entire British Virgin Islands with his programs. And we have been working with Mr. McLean right after the hurricane to try to get kids involved again because after that devastation, there was not much to do. And Mr. McLean came up to us with a program and we signed on and we have been working together ever since. So it's a great partnership. He's very committed to what he's doing and we see it as part of our long-term athlete development program to get kids at a very young age, teach them basic, good, fundamental in a safe environment. And to eventually we'll find our future basketball player, future baseball player, future track and field athlete. But we have to get them started. We have to get them interested. There's so many other alternatives. So we still use sports as a key thing to get kids activated and to keep the society moving.
Yeah, I was just hearing from a parent just this morning, you know, how heartbreaking it is for her seeing that in a certain community where there used to be so much, especially basketball happening for senior boys, and now there is none, and the boys are in trouble with the police, they're on block just smoking, and you know, that thirst for other activities where there is none, you know, we find the trouble. And you know, it's so heartwarming to know that, you know, in communities, there are people who sees that and are making that, putting that extra effort into programs for these young boys.
Well, that's true, and don't forget the girls.
The young people in general.
Yeah, we in fact, as I said, in many meetings we attend overseas or even locally, there's always a big, people are impressed with the athletic ability of our society, not just the boy, but also the girls. And so we try in our program we're doing to involve both sexes. And in fact, every time you go to an international meeting now, you heard the buzzword gender equity.
Equity, yes.
And we always challenge to do our part. And just to follow up, as I said, the Seacrest basketball and baseball program down at Seacrest Bay, headed by Mr. McLean, has a very active program, a 6-month program really, that is funded by the Olympic Committee because, as I said, we have been working with Mr. McLean, and you can call him at any time. He volunteers his time, and he always have an organized program that you know it's going to bear fruit.
Yeah.
And you don't have, once you know you say when Mr. McLean is doing it, then we forget about that one.
You don't even look at the fine prints.
No, we forget about that one. And he has come up again with B&B clinic in Seacrest Bay from the 18th to the 22nd. That's baseball and basketball. December 29th to the 31st, 3-on-3 basketball tournament in Seacrest Bay. January 26th to the 28th, a 3-on-3 tournament in Seacrest Bay. And the 16th to the 18th of February, baseball tournament Seacrest Bay. And then we go down to March. We have the 3-on-3 tournament once again. And March 29th to the 31st, we have a baseball tournament. And then, you play all these games, all these tournaments, and all these training. There come a time where you have to test to see how good you are.
Yes.
So in April, I think there's a tournament in Florida.
Oh.
And the 3rd to the 26th, he's going to try to run a mini league.
Okay.
So it's going to be a wealth of activities for everyone.
Yes.
The 3-on-3 is particular is something that we at the Olympic Committee, 3-on-3 basketball, we at the Olympic Committee really encourage, because right now at the international level, they're encouraging 3-on-3 basketball to give smaller countries an opportunity to compete on a level playing field. You cannot really compete up in the US's and the Puerto Rico on a regular 12-man team.
On a regular,
yes.
Yeah.
And in fact, one of the biggest surprises at the recently completed Pan American Games was the bronze medal by Trinidad in 3-on-3 basketball, which had the whole place, so excited to see that this small island. And my good friend from Trinidad, the former president of the Olympic Committee, said the good thing about it is that the athletes, most of them were from sort of the rough area of Trinidad, so to speak. So he said that now will give impetus to those kids back there that, okay, these guys went out internationally and did something, that we will now get involved and try to do something like that.
Nice to see that their peers and our shining stars in their country, and everyone's looking up to them. Their name is down in the history books for them.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's great. For this holiday season camp, how persons get registered and who can register?
Well, I think the ages from 9 to 15.
Okay.
And Mr. McLean, Milton McLean, what's his contact? 542-0555. And just get in contact with Mr. McLean and, sign up.
Boys and girls.
Boys and girls, please. Please. We want to encourage girls. We want to encourage girls because, we had, in fact, our last team that traveled, 3-on-3 basketball, were girls. They went to the Caribbean Games in Guadeloupe, did quite well, and from there they went to the Commonwealth Games in Birmingham last year. So we encourage, and for the first time traveling, you can see the potential and the talent. So we don't want to let it die. We want to continue to encourage our young people to get involved with sports. Sport is such an avenue for social change and to keep you occupied in a meaningful activity, that we just continue to encourage it, and we work very closely with persons like Mr. McLean, and we encourage other persons to reach out to us who may have a program, reach out to DYAS and work with them, because the more pool of athletes we get, then we can find the future Kyron McMaster, Demoy Hodge, Chantel Malone, those, so there's a limit, there's unlimited now with the barriers that were broken by these athletes, that now you know that
we can do it.
We can do it, and once we put our mind to it, and we're dedicated to what we're doing.
I heard recently that now the BVIOC has under its umbrella lacrosse.
Well, we're not fully lacrosse. Tonight we're going to have under our umbrella netball.
Oh, okay.
Netball is going to be coming on. As you know, netball was nearly an Olympic sport. It is a Commonwealth sport, and we are definitely in the Commonwealth Games. In fact, I am recently elected regional vice president of that.
Man, you're doing things.
Well, we're trying. we're trying. So I represent the Caribbean on the Commonwealth Games Federation committee. So we are getting places, and there are opportunities, and we just encourage our parents, first of all, to entrust us with developing your athlete, your child, and then we in turn will try our best to get your child to their full potential through a long-term athlete development program.
Awesome. It's so wonderful to know that, you guys continue to see the importance of this and keeping our youths engaged, and to an extent even further than youths, young adults and adults, everyone. Great work. I want to applaud Mr. McLean for staying and sticking with it. It's so needed in our community. I wish that holiday program, and you would have read out an entire calendar of events that Mr. McLean already have structured well into next year. So he is really committed. That alone tells us that story. You want to remind us the number for persons to call to get their kids registered?
542-0555. That's Milton McLean. And he will be around, and he will try to get you. I don't think he's going to stick in Seacrest Bay. It's going to be a 3-part program. Seacrest Bay in town, and also in the Eastern Langlook area.
Okay.
And we were trying to stretch him a little bit, but he said he don't think he can make it on the Washington daughter right now. But we're working. I think we'll get someone over there
to do
continue
something.
The program. There's a wealth of talent in Bojangada that we always tap into, and we just want to encourage them also to stay in tune and to be involved.
Awesome. And I never end without pushing a plug for Jos Van Dyke and Annie Gada.
Well,
All inclusive. Thank you so much, Mr. Penn, for sharing this with us. Like I said before, continue to do what you do. It's all for the growth and development and security of this territory. Having our youths well groomed and rounded and disciplined helps to keep a stable community. So thank you so much for doing what you do. And to you, Mr. McLean, I personally want to say a big thank you. And to all the others who are doing similar, you might not be on the full front, us knowing, but you're doing so much. Thank you. And as we go into this holiday season, from us here at JTV and Jahphix, we want to wish you season's greetings. And until next time, thank you for joining us for this edition of The Big Story.
We know that where you choose to bank matters, and it is your vote on what your funds do in strengthening our community. As your official Bank of Paradise, we invest and support the lifeblood of our economy by helping in the realization of personal goals for homeownership, education, and entrepreneurial visions, which support small businesses. We make it our place to connect with persons and worthy causes, and we have been doing so for more than 30 years. Where your money goes and what your dollars empower are your choice. And we thank you for choosing us, a bank that gives where it matters the most, for you, for our community, and a happier tomorrow. The National Bank of the Virgin Islands.
Everyone looks to the future, but no one truly knows what the future holds.
The number of people under the age of 20 with type 2 diabetes could increase by 49% by 2050. Let it be known that we all have a 30% chance of developing hypertension.
Globally, more than 300 million people of all ages suffer from depression.
More than 60,000 young adults aged 20 to 39 are diagnosed with cancer each year. Obesity leads to problems such as stroke, heart disease, and kidney failure.
No matter your race, age, or color, we are all at risk.
These diseases can be managed or prevented if caught early.
But with the right medicine and the right doctors to keep us on a path to live a robust and healthy life,
we will live well.
Yes, we're here. Mackinson brand, 8G7, 21 share. The first trademark air conditioning arrived in BVI. 7 Energy, 21 share. We're saving 45% in electricity. I'm so excited. I can speak. I feel like I got my father when it's Christmas. My father give me my toy. I feel like I got a new toy for my Christmas. So, my people, one love. Let's go. Mackinson arrive. Yeah. Now my coach.
This is the guy Tim here at Digicel BVI. We have so much happening at the Digicel store this Christmas. We have a lot of giveaways, we have a lot of prizes, we have so much. But right now I'm gonna pass it on to Hashim that's gonna tell you more about what we have coming.
That's right, Tim. Digicel is doing it big for the Christmas. We are giving away an iPhone 15 every week for the holidays to anyone who tops up their phone, pays their bill on time, or signs up for a brand new Prime Supreme bundle. We even got something for the youths. Let me see a talk to them.
Thanks, Hash. I was just telling my students on how they can win a PS5. All they gotta do is sign up and buy a SIM, and it's theirs. Let's see what Leo's saying.
Hey, Glenicia, all of that sounds nice, but don't forget, we have that cruise for 4. All expenses paid for. All. Let's see what y'all are saying.
Thank you, Leo. That's a cruise for 4. You can't go wrong with that. But I wonder if they know about the $500 cash that you could win every week. Man, swing it back to Tim.
No, thanks guys. Now listen, right? I have so much happening at Digicel. We have a lot that's going on. But let's just now introduce the new guy.
Hey Digi family, if you're not family already, this is the perfect time to join our family this Christmas season. Digicel, baby.